Welcome back to another episode of QB Reviews Things Jags episode.
And Rams episode.
Hey-o! Here's the deal. Now that the Jags season is over, R.I.P.
Moment of silence.
For real, though. I told you I'd be making weekly videos even after the season. And we're starting something new. It won't be all the time. But I'm going to start interviewing other fans for other teams. And it starts today with my buddy Justin. And he is clearly a Rams fan. You want to stand up and model all your crap?
I got my hand warmer right here. I got my jersey. This is of my favorite player, myself. I got my shirt right here. It's a zip hoodie. I got my pants. It says Rams right here. And then I also have my socks right here. I also brought my bag. And I guess got to check to see if I got my. Yep, I got my keys. Let me see if I got my. Yep, I got my wallet. So I got all my Rams stuff. Actually, not all of it. I forgot 20 of my Rams jerseys today, but I got some stuff.
Let's get into it. What it's like to be a Rams fan.
Percy's a Rams fan as well.
QB Reviews Things Jags episode. Percy is also making a guest appearance in this video because he wanted to be in here.
Yes, he's a huge Rams fan. He is not wearing any of his gear, but he likes the Rams way more than the Jags.
All right. Before I argue that stupid comment, I do want to know the origin. Why? Because both of us live in Minnesota. And I lived in Iowa from like 94 until 2010. Obviously, you guys kind of know in 95 I became a fan when I was 5. My family was from Jacksonville way before I was born. I mean, the family moved out of Jacksonville when my mom was like 12. So it's like way before I was born. But when the Jags became a team in 95, I was a kindergartner. My stepdad, hardcore Steeler fan. My real dad, hardcore Chargers fan. So no matter where I was on the weekends, I was with my father, who was diehard. I mean, not just casual fans. So I grew up with diehard fandom. Yep. And then as little 5-year-old me, my mom's like, look at that. Jacksonville has a team. That's where I'm from. So that was enough for a 5-year-old to choose the team. But then I grew up learning how to be basically a hardcore fan because of watching my dad's. So
yeah,
what's your origin?
So mine is very similar in the fact that both of my dads were very dedicated to watching football. My dad, he's a Packers fan, and my stepdad, he's a New England Patriots fan, who he also likes the Buffalo Bills. So he was very hardcore on both of those teams, and then my dad he's always been very hardcore into Packers. Now I remember one day, I don't know the exact circumstances. I know I was watching a Rams game. I can't remember exactly who they were playing that day. I think it was either the Vikings or the Packers. I can't remember 100%. But I was watching a game, and my stepdad was like, "Oh, well, what team do you like?" And I was watching the Rams there that day. They were doing really well. I loved their uniforms. I loved their helmet. And I don't know. I just really liked them. I'm like, "Oh, I like that team." And he's like, "Oh, okay, that's the Rams." And so then I started watching them. And the next season they won the Super Bowl. So I'm like, well, that's my team. And then it just kind of stuck. I started playing Madden with them. I started becoming a hardcore fan into the Rams. Then I had about 10 to 13 years of absolute nothing. And now
who does that sound like?
It sounds like the Jags.
God.
If you multiply that by 2.
I'm not even mad, folks.
Yep. But yeah, so we had that long streak and nothing, but now we have 2 world championships.
When do you can't pinpoint it, but like, what Rams team was it? Was it Kurt Warner or was it before that?
It was just before Kurt Warner.
So Trent Green?
Trent Green, yep. So that I wasn't a huge fan until after like they won the Super Bowl. That's when I'm like, oh, well, that's the team I was rooting for. They won the Super Bowl. Of course, that's now my team. And so it was, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Orlando Pace. That team is the team that got me into the Rams.
Was it the Super Bowl itself that kind of made you the fan?
Well, it wasn't necessarily the win. It was just the fact that they were doing really well that season, and I picked them prior to that, and then they were doing well, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is how it is, and this is my team now. Like, that's who I'm going to follow. Whether they're good or bad in the future, this is who I want to follow.
Because that was 99.
Yes.
And the reason I know that is because the Rams could have been playing the Jags. They played the Titans instead because the Titans beat us in the AFC Championship to get there. It could have been Rams-Jags. So in 99, you were 9.
Yep.
Because we're the same age.
Yep.
So about 9 years old.
Yep, around 9 years old. I'd say either 8 or 9. Because like I said, it was like the previous season when I like started like kind of watching them, and then that Super Bowl like solidified like that's my team. Right
on. And then as a fan of a team when you're 9 or 5, it is uniforms.
Yes.
And it's helmets.
Yep.
And it's colors. And similar to you, when you started liking the Rams, when I liked the Jags, they were good too.
Yes. Yep.
So that also helped as a kid. The uniforms are cool, the colors are cool, and your team just like wins.
Yep.
And another similarity between Jags and Rams, that's really cool that this is the first episode with a guest, because the similarities between Rams and Jags are very strong. But not only was it fun because our teams were winning and they looked cool, both of our offenses during that time were incredible.
Yeah, they were both offensive-centric, but I don't know. I feel like they still had good defense.
No, they did.
Yeah.
The teams were great and the coaches were great. But what I'm saying as a 5 to 10-year-old, football is more fun on offense. You know what I mean? So, like, when I'm watching football as a kid, when they're on defense, that might be when I just, like, run around or go get a snack. Like, I don't care as much. An interception is cool if I'm still watching the game. But I just know as a kid, I wanted to watch those games when they were on offense because I thought every play would be a touchdown to Jimmy Smith or Keenan McCardell. And the same as the Rams. Like, if you're watching the Rams as a kid, they could score with Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk. It was awesome.
Yes.
So, like, I think everything in both of our origins as fans happened at the perfect time. Let's say you and I were 5 to 10-year-olds in, like, 2012.
Yep.
I don't know if our fandom would have stuck.
I don't think it would have, just because both of our teams were doing so poorly, and there was still plenty of years to go before anything would happen to either team.
So another parallel is fast forwarding to now, right?
Yep.
Both our teams were really good when we were kids. Then, like, around college age, so 2008, 2009, up until, well, for me, 2017, but for you, 2014 is when you graduated?
Yeah, I graduated 13.
But those were just the bad times for both of our teams. Fast forward to right now. Both our teams are really good. And the Rams were good first, because they've been good for about 5 years now.
Yep.
I thought it was going to actually be parallel, because 2017, the Rams started to get it. And 2017, the Jags started to get it. But the Rams continued to get it. They never went back. They've been good since then. We were crap till 2022. That was an accident, crap, and then now we're good. as of shooting this video right now, your team's about to play in the NFC Championship game.
Today.
And the Jags obviously made the playoffs, didn't quite make it. But more parallels. We have Liam Cohen, who came from the Rams. We have James Gladstone as our GM, who came from the Rams. And a lot of other teams' coaches came from the Rams. And it, kind of worked. LaFleur, kind of worked. Kevin O'Connell, kind of worked. This Liam Cohen thing...
That was astonishing.
Seems to work.
Yes.
And I'm so pumped. I'm also pumped that our two teams are not rivals.
In the fact, because you're AFC, I'm NFC. So the only chance that we would play together is most likely the Super Bowl.
Yes, or once every 4 years.
Yes.
In a season game. It's just awesome. Okay, enough with that. I'd like to know some fun Rams moments for you. So, number one question, what's your favorite memory of a Rams game or just moment?
I think my favorite memory so far is the Cooper Kupp touchdown in this last Super Bowl win that we had against the Bengals. Just having them drive down that field and then having it end with Matt Stafford to Cooper Kupp in the end zone was just, I don't know, it was magical. It was such a cool moment, and being able to see it live on TV, it was a great moment. Obviously, the Rams have won their other Super Bowl. They won that Super Bowl by less than a yard because of the Titans reaching out to get that touchdown and the defense stopped.
Kevin Dyson.
Yep. So, those two moments were critical. And now just watching Puka Nacua, he is a beast. He makes play after play. Devontae Adams makes amazing plays. But I think it all comes down to Matt Stafford, just because he is so zoned in when it comes to these key moments. And he's able to maintain his calmness, and he's able to just put the ball exactly where he wants in those critical moments.
Cool. This is almost as fun. Least favorite memory. What is just the worst?
Yeah, I would have to say, oh man, that's a tough one, because we had so many years with Jeff Fisher as our head coach. And he would make
just another parallel.
I know.
Because he used to coach the Titans, and that's the reason Jags fans hate the Titans the most, was that era of Titans. Jeff Fisher was a punk.
Yep. No, he had a bad mentality, because he was okay with an 8-8 season. That's not okay. You need to push to try to be better than that. Sure, sometimes you'll maybe make the playoffs at 8-8 if you get lucky, but he was basically just going for job security rather than being good at his job. Mm-hmm. And so those moments really sucked. And I feel like it was tough when the Rams moved from St. Louis to LA and having Jeff Fisher as the coach. That was tough for me, only in the fact that I don't know, I think that was the least favorite look of the Rams when it came to jerseys and helmet combinations. I think that was the absolute worst, was when they first moved to LA. Other than that, I feel like I've always loved the Rams jerseys. I've loved that dark blue and gold back when they were in St. Louis, and I love these colors right now, the bright blue and yellow that they have going on currently.
Cool. But you can't pinpoint
one specific play. I don't know about one specific play. I know every time. Oh, you know what? I think it was last season against the Eagles. Was probably my least favorite moment with the Rams, only because we were so close to winning. And I feel like we should have won that game against the Eagles in the cold. I feel like that would have been historic. And it also would have been beneficial for me financially, because I had a $20 bet in Vegas. If the Rams would have won the Super Bowl, I would have won $3,500. I know, on a $20 bet. But
So it's tough with the history to pinpoint moments. And I'm going to make videos this summer of top 5 favorite quarterbacks, top 5 favorite moments, top 5 least favorite moments. For least favorite moments for me, it's so hard to think of the past because I was so young. When we lost that championship game to go to the Super Bowl, I remember crying my eyes out. But I was 9 years old, so I can't remember the feeling because it's so far removed.
Yeah.
But that's got to be in my top because it's like we went 14-2 that year.
Yes.
And both losses were Titans. Then we go to the playoffs and we lose. Well, we win the divisional round against the Dolphins, so now we're 15-2. And then we lose to the Titans 15-3. We're 15-0 without the Titans.
That is very rough.
And impossible. That. What are the odds of that happening?
Yeah, and that actually does bring me to another point of the Rams that has been heartbreaking. 2 other critical moments were the losses against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. The first one, 2 years after the Rams won their Super Bowl, they had another opportunity against the Patriots and lost to Adam Vinatieri to a last-second field goal. Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, they played the Patriots again. And I was actually in Atlanta when they were playing the Super Bowl in Atlanta. And I was watching with my stepdad because he's a Patriots fan. Mm-hmm. And we bet our beards. And so I had to shave my beard after that Super Bowl. So that was another bad Super Bowl for me.
For me, of recency, least favorite. It's really funny. When I'm going to make these videos this summer, I am more excited to make the least favorite. But I'm holding out on it because I can talk way more, I feel like, about these moments that I hate.
I feel like it's because it's deep in your psyche that it's there's a scar that will never go away.
For favorite moment, recently, I loved our win against the Broncos in the season.
Yep.
We smoked them. It just felt so good. But my all-time favorite moment is actually the day before, or the week before that loss to the Titans in the championship game, the divisional round playoffs. So I was 9. Mm-hmm. But, what we talked about earlier, what I loved about football being 9 was touchdowns and everything. And we won that game 62-7. It was Dan Marino's final game ever.
Yeah.
And Mark Brunell was pulled before halftime. Because at halftime we were winning 35-7.
Yeah, that's embarrassing for Dan Marino.
And the third touchdown of the game was a 90-yard touchdown run from Fred Taylor. So that is still, I know I was only 9, that is my favorite moment. And then even in the third quarter, the game is just boring at this point. It's 49-7. The sprinkler system in the stadium went off in the middle of the game. It was just outrageous.
That's amazing too. Just as a general game, just having that happen is amazing.
Divisional round playoffs.
Yeah.
Least favorite moment though. I guess if you watch the channel, whatever, you're already gonna know. But I gotta tell you, it's actually in 2023. So in 2022, we know what happened.
Yep.
We were 4-8, and we ended up going to the playoffs at 9-8.
Yep.
And it was miraculous. We had the overtime win against the Cowboys. We had the crazy 2-point conversion win against the Ravens, which you were here for.
Yep.
And then the miraculous 27-point comeback against the Chargers in the wildcard round. The next year, we were supposed to be great. And we were. We started 8-3. And we ended up that season being 9-8, not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But the thing, in my opinion, that started it, we were 8-3. And we had a Monday night football game against the Bengals. And it was a back and forth game. And losing didn't make me feel like it was terrible because we'd be 8-4.
Yeah.
But Trevor went out. Hardcore ankle sprain. And I was devastated. And the fan base was devastated. However, not all hope was lost. CJ Beathard was our backup. And we were able to go to overtime in this game. And we marched down the field, and the overtime rules hadn't changed yet. So a touchdown wins it.
Yeah.
And we got the ball first. And I don't know if it was third. It must have been third down, not fourth. But on third down, Beathard is able to throw a bomb to Calvin Ridley. And dude catches it at the 5 or the 10. And they called offensive holding on us.
Yep.
And after that, we ended up losing the game, and we basically lost out. We beat the Panthers one game, but it wasn't enough. That moment of that pass interference, because if he doesn't, or the offensive holding, if he doesn't get called for holding, we have the ball at the 5 or the 10, and I feel super confident in ETN going in and scoring. Then we're 9-3, and who knows what happens. But even if everything happened the same, where we only win one more game against the Panthers, we're 10-7. We make the playoffs.
Man, that's a rough.
That was the worst
one play
feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite quarterback in Rams history?
I think my favorite quarterback is Matt Stafford.
Crazy.
I think he is my favorite quarterback that the Rams have had. Other than that, I would say Kurt Warner.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yep.
Oh, also, before we move on, I was going to mention something to you. For the least favorite moments for the Rams.
Yep.
I was here for this. Do you remember, I think it was the same year that you guys lost to the Eagles in the playoffs.
Okay.
But it was in the season, and Rams are still fighting, and
Yep.
for playoff positioning. You guys lost to the Ravens on a punt return.
Oh, yes.
The only reason I remember this because, of course, I think you were still living here.
Yep.
And we were watching it together. And you were so mad.
I was furious.
Like, the Ravens are one of those teams that doesn't matter to the Rams.
Yeah.
But you were like, I effing hate the Ravens. F them. I hope they don't effing make the playoffs.
I'm happy that they're not in the playoffs this year, too, because I still don't like the Ravens because of that one game.
Yeah, I'm fine with the Ravens.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down, like, I don't hate the Bengals.
Yeah.
For
No, I don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't hate the Ravens. I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Ravens, and then I have to hate the 49ers and the Seahawks right now. I have to be my number one rival just because we're playing them tonight.
Cool. I wasn't planning on this question, but that's a fun question I should ask in the future to other fans. So, number one most hated team then?
Number one most hated team, I would say, historically, I would say the 49ers. Currently, I want to say the Seahawks, just because they're a better team right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, and they're obviously a division rival. So I want to say the Seahawks are the number one rival now. Historically, though, the 49ers have been the number one least favorite team.
See, it's an interesting topic because, like, if I was a Rams fan, I don't know how much I would hate the Seahawks, but I don't know them as well as you. Because, like, when the Jags were good and bad, the Colts were always good because of Peyton Manning.
Yeah, yep.
And I hated playing them, and I hated being in the division because they were just always perfect. But I never really hated them. I liked Peyton Manning. I liked Edgerrin James. I liked Marvin Harrison. I liked Tony Dungy.
Yep.
Whereas the Titans, I would hate them even if they were 0-16. And they lost again. I'd be like, damn right.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a hatred. So that's more like the Niners for you?
That would be more like the Niners for me. Where the Seahawks, historically they've been good, and the 49ers have historically been good too. But the Seahawks, I liked Sean Alexander. He was a good guy. The one name that I like associate with the Seahawks
Wait.
that I hate.
Can we say it on 3? Because I want to see if I want to guess it right.
Yes. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Richard
Carroll.
Sherman. Okay.
Oh,
we're both
Richard
wrong.
Sherman's another one. Richard Sherman's another one.
Pete Carroll. Okay.
Yeah, Pete Carroll. I hated Pete Carroll. I still hate Pete Carroll. Richard Sherman, though, I regained my hatred for him because of the last regular season Rams-Seahawks game, because the Seahawks beat the Rams barely the last time that they played, and Richard Sherman went off. Like, he was so excited.
He digs himself into holes.
Yeah,
as a player, and I'd say even more now.
Yeah.
He has been a Trevor Lawrence denier, hater, and I get it. Trevor's had his ups and downs, but literally name someone who hasn't.
Yeah.
Like, look at how good Stafford is.
Yeah.
But he's been around forever. Was he perfect always? No. Look at Lamar.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, he doesn't have a Super Bowl appearance. Look at Josh Allen. So, like, when all these people, but Richard Sherman specifically, just constantly hate on Trevor. Like, I understand he also doesn't have anything, but what does Josh have really more than Trevor? A couple playoff wins. But in the grand scheme of things, what do you want as a fan base the most? Super Bowl.
Yeah, you want the Super Bowl win.
So the Bills and Jags, to be honest, they're not any different than each other.
Yeah, they're the same.
And the Ravens.
Yep.
Oh, I shouldn't say team-wise, but like Lamar.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's got an appearance.
He's got an appearance, yes, against the Rams, and he lost.
Yep. I loved that Super Bowl. I loved that the Rams won, but I just loved that Super Bowl in general.
It looked pretty.
Yeah,
it
looked
pretty.
awesome, but no Chiefs, no Eagles, no Patriots, no Bucks. Like, that was just a fun Super Bowl to get some new, fresh teams in, and it did look really cool.
Yep. But I believe the reason why you heard Richard Sherman say all those things is because he's stupid, and I hate him.
There you go.
He's the least smart person on any kind of television that they have going on right now with the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot. There's been some stupid stuff that's been said.
All right, favorite wide receiver.
Ooh. Currently, Puka.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one. I love Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, you did. You loved Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is still one of my all-time favorite players, not just wide receivers, but players of all time.
Sure.
Back in the day when it was the greatest show on turf,
Oh, yeah.
I loved Torrey Holt, even though Isaac Bruce made a bigger impact.
Sure.
I liked Torrey Holt. I used Torrey Holt more often in Madden. I think that was just because of my play style, though.
Yeah. Crossing routes.
Yep, exactly. I like the crossing routes. And I don't think I did crossing routes a lot back then. I think I use crossing routes because they work so well against you when I play you.
I have the best freaking Madden defense, folks. The best. Except for against him.
Yeah, because I figured a way out.
I'll be anybody with this defense. It doesn't matter.
Yep. But, so historically, Torrey Holt and then Isaac Bruce. Then Cooper Kupp. I think my favorite overall, I'm still giving Puka a chance to get that from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say Cooper Kupp is my favorite wide receiver from the Rams of all time.
Yep. Running back, gotta be Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk. Yep. Marshall Faulk. Todd Gurley.
Yeah, he was cool.
Very close second. And then Steven Jackson is a very close third.
Okay.
Yep. And then Eric Dickerson. That was before my time, but Eric Dickerson's always a great running back for the Rams.
Jerome Bettis.
That was before my time.
And it was only 1 year.
Yeah, but my favorite has got to be Marshall Faulk, then Todd Gurley, then Steven Jackson. Then I'm going to say Kyren Williams.
Well, yeah, okay.
Because he's not, well, and like he's like still doing well. Like I feel like they've had other running backs in the past that have done well, but I just really like the way that he plays and the way that he what he plays for. He plays for his team. Like they're his dogs. As using his language.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we could go on kickers and punters and whatever. Let's do some quick predictions because we're doing this before the awards, before the Super Bowl, even before this NFC Championship game.
Yep.
Let's get the easy ones out of the way because I already figured I know what's up. Tonight's game, who wins, Rams or Seahawks?
Rams.
Okay, and then the Rams go to the Super Bowl against who? Broncos or Patriots?
I feel like they're going to go against the Broncos.
You are crazy.
I want them to go against the Patriots and win because I feel like that's what the Rams need. They need to go to the Super Bowl against the Patriots and win one because they've gone a few other times and they've lost every time against them. But this will be the first time that they're not playing against Brady.
Right.
So I want the Rams to go against the what am I trying to say? The Patriots. Actually, I know they are going to go against the Patriots. I totally forgot that Bo Nix was out.
Yep.
I don't know why that slipped my mind. But yeah, so it is the Patriots. That's who's going.
And then here's the big one. Who's getting MVP? Stafford or Drake May?
I think it has already been confirmed.
What?
Yep, I believe it's already been confirmed that it is Matt Stafford.
What? But the awards don't come out till like the 8th or whatever.
Well, maybe I'm seeing false information then. But I believe it should be Matt Stafford. I have seen, and Drake May has not played very good teams this year.
None.
So he shouldn't get an MVP for playing poor teams.
And here's the thing, folks. This video is coming out after last week's card up here about the cakewalk. Don't even get me started. It's crazy. This video is actually coming out after, but we're shooting this before I shoot the cakewalk video that comes out, well, tomorrow, but...
Yep.
Don't get me started. I have nothing against the Patriots. I like them. I like Drake May. I love Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel is a very good coach.
This Patriots isn't the other Patriots. That's why I don't care about, like, oh, it's the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I like this team. But, boy, I'm so mad about what you just said about the easy schedule and then the stupid playoffs.
Yep.
Anyhow. Do you know? So it's definitely between Stafford and May, regardless.
Yep.
Do you know who the third MVP candidate is?
Lawrence is in there.
He's the third one.
Yep.
Like, he's not going to win, but I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
That's a huge turnaround for him.
Yes.
Huge turnaround.
He's up for MVP. He's not going to get it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Stafford and May both deserve it more than him. I love that he's in it for number 3, though.
Yep.
But he's also up for Comeback Player of the Year, and I hope he wins. I don't know who he's against in that.
I can't
Oh!
think of anybody else that could do a better job of coming back from last year to this year. I feel like he's the one that would come to mind immediately.
And when you do Comeback Player of the Year, usually it means they came from an injury. And he did.
Yes.
Because he was knocked out his shoulder, but then the concussion halfway through the season, and Mac Jones finished.
Yep.
So I think he completely qualifies.
Of course he does, yeah.
And then this year, dude, 29 passing touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns. That's amazing.
That's insane, yes.
He was so good. Yeah, I love the Jags. All right. So you've got the predictions. I have a prediction for you. This is just for fun.
Okay.
Our buddy Weber.
Yep.
He lives near Vegas. And I already told him that the next time he's in Vegas, I want him to place a bet. And you're hearing it here, folks. First, folks, even though I did technically put it on Reddit, but here on the channel, I'm putting a $200 bet down.
200
on next year's Super Bowl.
Okay.
So obviously not this one.
Yep.
The Jags are going, baby.
Okay. It's only the Jags going or Jags winning?
Going.
Going. Okay.
And they're playing against the Bears.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep. And
are you putting money on the Bears to also be there or just the Jags to go?
Oh, I didn't know.
So I think you can just do just the Jags to go, but you can also do like parlays where...
I won't do a parlay, though.
Okay.
I'm going to do two separate bets in that case, then.
Okay.
1, that the Jags go, and 2, that it's Jags-Bears.
Okay.
But I am doing another bet.
What's your other bet?
I'm just putting 100 on this one, a smaller one. This is crazy. The Jags will be the first team in NFL history ever to go 17-0.
Wow. That's That's gutsy.
Here's my thoughts. We play the AFC North
Yep.
next year. Steelers, brand new coach. Ravens, brand new coach. Browns, brand new coach. And they're not good.
Yep.
Okay, Bengals are scary, but only sometimes, because if they don't fix that defense, they're the same Bengals as always.
Yep. They might not have Joe Burrow.
Might not. We play the NFC East. Giants, brand new coach, and not very good. Commanders, very bad. Cowboys, whatever.
Yeah.
I think we can win.
Yep.
Eagles, they're in some turmoil right now. Losing in the playoffs, they couldn't score touchdowns to save their lives. Jalen Hurts is a weenie, and A.J. Brown is even way more of a weenie. They're always fighting.
Yep.
Saquon's not getting the ball enough. They're going to go through some stuff this offseason. They're on the downward trajectory. They already had their upwards.
Mm-hmm.
They're on their way down. Okay, so let's pretend that's 8-0 right there. Our division, Titans, and brand new coach.
Yeah.
Another brand new coach.
Yep.
Okay. The Colts, they don't have a quarterback.
Yep.
Done. And everyone in their fan base wanted their coach to be gone. Confirmed he's staying.
Oh, damn.
And then Texans used to be scary. But after watching what C.J. Stroud has become, we beat them twice next year. They're terrible. Yes, the defense is great, but look at the 2 games we played against them this year with their great defense.
Yeah.
Our offense beat them.
Yep.
Unfortunately, our loss to the Texans this year was on our defense. Whatever. There's 6-0. Plus the 8-0. We're at 14-0. One of the random teams we play next year is the Bills.
Okay. And right now they're
brand new coach.
Yep, they're going through some stuff.
And
They did put a petition out there though to have him get hired back.
It doesn't matter.
I think they had 65,000.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to work.
That's insane though.
And then I don't know the other 2 teams we play, but hopefully we win. I know it's silly, but I also know that a bet like that, the odds will be insurmountable.
So if you win, you're going to win
tons of money.
Ton.
But in a somewhat realistic fashion, everything I just explained to you, I don't see why we wouldn't beat. None of the teams I just said scare you except for Texans and Bengals.
Yep.
No one else does. And the way we handled ourselves this year against bad teams, we creamed them.
Yep.
And against good teams, we actually kind of creamed them as well. Like, that's it.
Yeah, you guys are a very good team. Like, overall, like, all around, offense and defense, you guys can handle yourselves.
And special teams.
Well, and I credit it to the coaching.
100%.
I feel like all of it is coaching, play calling, coming together as a team and playing as one unit rather than everybody trying to be a star.
And this is the only reason I picked the Bears. So I watched the playoff games. I told you, Eagles are on their way down.
Yep.
Bills are on their way down. Niners, not sure.
It depends on if they get healthy again and if they can stay healthy.
Yep. Packers, down. And I'm judging this off of vibes, and vibes are real because locker rooms for 17 freaking weeks have to stay together.
Yep.
And arguments and not hanging out together and just coming in and doing your work, that doesn't win you Super Bowls or get anything. Bears, even though they lost, up. Here's the last little bit I'll say. The odds of a brand new coach going straight to the Super Bowl are slim. But if a brand new coach gets into the playoffs and has an excellent season, they learn everything they need to know about winning and keeping a locker room together. And the Bears and Jags head coaches did that.
Yep.
You look across the league, Rams, when McVay got there. He didn't go the first year.
Nope, it took him a little bit.
But he did.
Yep.
Even Andy Reid at the Chiefs. He didn't get there.
Yep.
But he was getting there.
Well, he was also with another team prior. Like, he
Sure.
was a head coach of another team.
Sure, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is first-year coaches, whether they're experienced or not, if they have success in that first year, they build.
Yeah.
Look at the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves are primed to be a championship team this year because every year they get further as long as they stick together. And that's why I'm thinking just overall momentum of league. Now, Rams and Seahawks, I don't know. They could throw a wrench in my theory on the NFC side versus the Bears. And on the AFC side, the only team I think that are parallel with the Jags on the up is the Patriots.
Yeah, because they have a good coach. They have everything going too right now.
Yeah, but the good news is my bet is only the season, 17-0. So if we lose to the Patriots in the playoffs, yeah, I don't get my Super Bowl bet.
But you still get your money. Yeah.
I don't get the Super Bowl bet one, but if
Yeah.
we can just go 17-0, I'm going to win a ton of money.
Yeah.
Folks, that was a long episode. Thanks for sticking around. In the comment section, if you know anyone who wants to be on the show, or you do, because you're a super fan, we got to talk to a super fan, not a casual fan. Someone who goes crazy like you do about the Jags and about like what Roddy does with his Rams and so on. Let me know if there's someone I should talk to that's a super fan. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I really did.
That was a lot of fun.
So much fun. I might even have Roddy on again because after doing this episode, I realized there's more we can talk about with
for
fandom.
sure.
So maybe, well, and also, there's another Rams fan in our lives, James.
James would be a very good guest.
Yes. And I like the Rams, folks. I doubt I'll have a Titans fan on this show. First of all, I don't like the Titans. But second of all, I've never met a Titans fan.
I don't think I have either. I feel like they don't exist.
Yeah, well, most people think we don't exist either.
Yeah, that's true.
Jags fans. But anyway, hope you had a great experience with our first ever guest Jags episode. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
QB reviews things. Jags episode.